Welcome to my channel and welcome to the next video. This week I am doing a video called Moon Water. I hope you enjoy, guys. Hi everyone, Gothic Witch here. Hope you're going to enjoy this one. I know I've just done one on the moon, but it was slightly different. This week I'm actually going to do one on moon water, and I'm going to show you moon water. Actually, I'm going to put my moon on because it's lovely. These are lovely, guys. When you've got you want to do work with the magic and you've just got this as a focal point, it's ideal because you can't always see the moon in the sky. And the moon is very important. Even the Norse people, even though it's not in the poetic Eddas or anything like that, not much anyway, they did use the moon because it was used, when you think about it, all the winter, I mean, they have long months of just darkness, so the moon is very important even though the light was very dim. The moon had an understanding on their crops and things like that, and so how much more would they actually enjoy things to do with the moon. So okay, it wasn't put down in any writings, but we can obviously realise that witches worldwide will use the elements, they will use the astral bodies in the sky, they will use all that. So we can come to an understanding that all witches love the moon. We do love the moon, we love the sun, but the moon, when people first come into paganism, it seems to be something that they are drawn towards, like trees. I know when I first came into my pagan path, the first thing that I noted was the moon. It had something about it, it was very magical. When it sat there in the sky, I just felt this weird sensation, and I didn't know what that sensation really was. What you've got to realise is that we are made up of 70% water, and the moon has a very strong hold on everything on the earth, the crops, the seas, life in general. Animals, their mating habits are normally around the moon cycles. Our monthly moon cycle, it's not a moon cycle, but our women's menstruation patterns are around 28 to 29 days a month. Even if it's not in sync with the full moon, it is actually still a lunar month, which is quite strange when you look at it from a what's the word, a scientific approach. But as pagans and as people of different types of religion that are not mainstream Christianity or Islam or anything like that, the moon has quite a reference for us. We can do things by it. Now, I like to think of moon water as amazing. You say to me, what is moon water? Well, moon water is water that you've put into like this, and you put it under the moon. So you can put it outside under the glow of the moon, or you can put it on your window ledge where the moon will shine upon it, and you just leave it overnight, and that water then becomes absorbed with the moon's energies. And you can use moon water for anything. You don't have to wait for a full moon to do this. You can put this out at any time of the moon phase. When I first became a pagan, well, a witch, I realised that I needed to find out how the moon affected me, and so I started what is called a moon diary. Now, a moon diary is a very good thing to do because the moon does have an effect on your body, on your mind, on your psyche, and how you live. Just like the sun has an effect with the star signs, so does the moon. And we have a moon sign as well as a sun sign. We have all planetary signs, but the moon in particular, you can be affected in a big way. They can call it moon madness. People sometimes go very strange around a full moon. Now, with a full moon, that energy will come into you, and as a witch you can do ritual to invite that energy and let it come in, and you can use it. Well, you can use moon water in many ways. You can use it magically. I've wrote a few things down because obviously I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but there are many things you can use it for. So like, for example, in a waning moon, you can use moon water for getting rid of all you don't want in your life. You can let go. And on a waxing moon, it's normally when you are charging things and making things possible and putting things into progress. So you can use moon water in your magic for that time. So like if you was doing sigils, you could put your ink into that water and then write your spell. And that could then enhance it with the moon's energy. Another way you can use it is to cleanse and activate things. So like doorways, you can do your pentacles and use that water on your finger to anoint yourself. You're then installing that energy into your body and making more things powerful. In the morning, you can wash your face in moon water. If you collect it every evening when you pick it up in the morning, just put it on your face. You're installing moon energy into your body. In cooking, you can also, with cooking, use moon water in cooking. And you can also use it by putting a bowl of water and putting your feet into it. How amazing would that be to draw that moon energy into your body? And daily, can you imagine the powerful feelings and what it will do for you and for others? You can use it to help other people as well. Try anointing your child before they go to sleep at night to give them a peaceful night's sleep. Other things you can use it for. You can use it in an elderly patient, like your mother or your father or your grandparents, with their medication. You can drink moon water. It's not anything bad. It's just the energy of the moon is in that water. So you can use it to aid them with their medication. They can take it with that water. You can also add the water to your pet's water. You can actually give them moon water, which will aid them. You can put your crystals in it. Only the crystals that's valid to go within water though, guys. You don't want to ruin anything. So you can see moon water is very important. You can water your plants with it, because the ones that are outside in the earth, they're actually getting it, aren't they? From the rain, from the moon, from the dew in the morning. But the ones that you've got indoors don't get it, unless they're on the wind ledge, obviously. So you can use it for your plants, you can use it in your cooking, you can use it on your body, you can anoint your third eye with it, do a pentagram, invoking pentagram upon your third eye with the water. Just anoint yourself with the moon water daily. You will see the energy of the moon in everything you do. It can help in spell work, it can help in writings, in sigil work. It's an amazing thing, moon water, and it's not used enough. A lot of witches don't use it because they don't really know how to use it, but it is quite easy. As I say, you just put it upon your window ledge or outside and gather it in each day and use it. And even by putting it down the drain, the stuff that you're not using, it's cleansing and purifying your drains. So it's quite a good thing to have. Now, getting back to the moon diary, when you first join a coven, one of the first teachings they give you is to write a moon diary, for it is the best way to realise how you are going to react on a daily basis during the month. After doing it for a few months, you will see a pattern emerge, and you will see the traits that you will give. But also, guys, you need to know about your earth signs, your zodiac signs. So a lot of people buy a thing called an almanac, and in that it will tell you daily what the moon sign is in, and that does help you. Because, for example, you might have a waxing moon in, say, Taurus, which would be the earthly stability of the sign of Taurus within a waxing moon. The waxing moon coming upwards, growing, gathering. So you could do magic around that time of anything to do with the home, anything to do with finances, anything to do with how you're feeling in your health. But you can also use your moon water when you know what you've wrote down. You can use the moon water with your ink, or you can put a little bit of dragon's blood powder in with your moon water, and then you can write your sigil, your sign, what the moon is in, what the moon phase is and what it's in. So you could then write that. You could write the time that the moon rises and the moon sets, and how you feel each day, and whether you have dreams. And it can all be used. You can anoint yourself before bed and in the morning. When you're giving an offering to the gods, you can use moon water by putting a little bowl of the moon water and maybe some rose petals or something like that within the water. You can have a little bowl with the moon water and a candle for the colour that you want to give to that deity that day, and light it and put rose petals around it. Just think what a wonderful offering that is that you can give to your deity once a week on their day. But you can use moon water, guys. Moon water is fantastic. You can drink it. Drink it in the morning to feel that you've purified yourself within. You can sing to your moon water. You can put the runes into your moon water. So you can go, "Hail Freya, I give you this moon water. Hail to you." And you can say her rune over the water. Fae. You can use moon water for scrying. You can put a little bit of ink in and make it black, and then put a candle by it and scry into your moon water. It's very versatile. So you're going to be busy, guys, what with your moon water, doing things with it and writing your books. But I tell you, it is worthwhile, because within, say, 2 or 3 cycles of the moon, you will get an understanding of how it will affect you and what it is. And it's also good to keep a record of your magic and your dreams and what the cycles in. You will learn how those planets will affect you. I'm always here, and yes, ask me what you want to know, because that's what I'm here for, guys. I don't know what it is you guys want to know. Please let me know below. If you want to talk to me, below. I'm always here. This is a short and sweet one this week, because I really don't know what you guys want. Whether you want 2 videos a week, or whether you want 1 video a week, or what the subject is you would like it on. All I know is I want to help you, and I'm here for you. Make use of me. I'm going to leave it there this week, guys, because I don't really think I can do too much more on this subject. You've got a lot there that you can look into. The moon is a very personal thing. She is our mother or father in the sky, because in the Norse tradition, of course, it's Mani. And in the British traditional, it's the moon goddess, you know. So, but the moon is the moon, wherever you come from. And that power is the same wherever you come from. And it can be used in your magic very powerfully, and in your lives very powerfully. We can't live without the moon. We would be in pure darkness, and nothing would grow, and we would die. We have a lot to thank her for. And as a pagan, as a witch, as a heathen, as whatever you are, she is a powerful force. Make use of her. Meditate on her. There's lots you can do. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. Hausa Verlang.